Welcome back to Brent's Hang. I'm Brent Barnett. Today we're talking about a problem that I experience on a regular basis when I play, and I know a lot of you guys do. It's nothing to be ashamed of, but it can be taken care of, and that problem is slippage. Okay, so let me clarify a little bit because slippage is a little misleading. I mean actually like shifting or moving, and I'm referring to like your bass drum or your hi-hat, your snare stand, or any of your cymbal stands moving while you play. There's so many times that I play that my bass drum runs away from me. I don't know, maybe it's afraid of my technique, but regardless, it drives me crazy because I have to focus on keep pulling my gear back and making sure it's comfortable and I can play it so that I can get through the song correctly. The same thing happens with my hi-hat stand. I know a lot of the same thing happens with people's snare stands and cymbal stands. Well, we have a new product out that fixes all of that so you don't ever have to worry about it. So here we have the Standfirm bass drum anchor strap, the SC-SFBA. Now, what this is designed for is to prevent your bass drum from running away from you while you're kicking the crap out of it.
I want to kick you.
Man, you're in a mood today. So here's how it works. The bottom of the strap has Velcro attached, so it grips to the carpet. Now, this serves as your anchor. Then the arms also have Velcro on it, and they wrap right around the spur and Velcro together, locking your bass drum to the rug. Now, they come in a pack of 2 and are great for preventing your bass drum from running away from you. So here's the strap-on for your stand. It's the SC-SFSA. It's the Standfirm stand anchor strap. Now, what these are meant for are to lock your stands down to your rug so they don't move on you. Sometimes your snare moves. Sometimes your hi-hat stand moves when you're keeping time with your left foot. It does on me all the time and it drives me crazy. Sometimes your ride cymbal or your crash cymbals shift a little bit while you play throughout the night. Well, this locks them into place. Now,
you want to know what I would do with it?
No, I don't think anybody wants to know what you would do with it. So here's how this thing works. The strap has a Velcro patch on the bottom, which Velcros the strap to the floor. Then it has a set of arms with Velcro on it that wrap right around the leg of the stand and lock the stand into place. So these come in a pack of 2. I know what you're thinking. Stands have 3 legs. Why is there only 2 in a pack? Well, quite frankly, because you don't need a 3rd strap to lock your stand into place. Think about a triangle. If you've got 3 points on a triangle, you lock the bottom 2 points of the triangle in together, you can't move it back and forth, or you can't pivot it left and right, so the 3rd strap becomes redundant. Now, what's cool about these straps is that it allows you to use lighter weight hardware without having to worry about your stands moving. We have a lot of artists that use heavy gear when they're touring. Their stands are heavy duty, so they don't have to worry about things moving on them. But when they're in town and they're gigging on weekends and doing small gigs here and there, they use lightweight hardware, but they'll have a hi-hat stand or a snare stand that's really heavy duty because they don't want it to move around on them. It's kind of counterproductive to me because you've got everything else that's light, but those 2 things are heavy. So this actually solves that problem and it locks your stands to the ground so you don't have to worry about anything moving on you. So these straps actually serve 2 purposes. 1, they anchor your bass drum and your stands down to your drum rug, and 2, they actually serve as place markers for the next time you set up your kit. For instance, if you're using a drum rug, at the end of the night, you just unstrap them from your stands and your bass drum, pull everything off, and then you can roll your rug up, and they're there for the next time you set up for your gig. So you don't have to worry about placing your stands and getting them all in the right spot because they're place markers. Now, just so you guys know, these are designed to work with fine fiber carpets or drum rugs. They're not really designed to work with thick bushy rug or carpet. But let's have a look at how I have these placed around the drum kit. The snare stand, I've got 2 straps for the outer 2 legs, and it prevents the snare from moving, twisting like this, or hopping around when you play. The hi-hat stand, I've got both legs anchored to the floor right here. So all my force is going this way, and it's going to prevent it from going anywhere. So now here, I've got the anchor straps for the bass drum attached to the spurs. Now on my floor tom side, I've got my ride cymbal stand and my crash cymbal stand attached to the drum rug using the two straps. I've got the two straps on the outer legs on the crash stand and two straps on the outer legs on the ride cymbal stand. So it locks both into place, and the placement is memorized for the next time I want to sit down and play. Well, that's it for this week's episode. Thanks for watching. I just showed you guys two really cool new products that you can use to help prevent your bass drum from moving off the stage. And the same thing with your stands, your hi-hat, your snare drum, your cymbals. They're all gonna stay in the same place every single time now, and they're gonna be memorized so that they'll go back there without having to do much work. What's also really cool about the bass drum version is that it works with electronic bass drums as well. Some electronic bass drums have spurs. This prevents that from moving. I've had that issue a lot too. Plus, this also works to help keep your little bobblehead in line if he starts talking trash. See you next time.
Hey, stop that. Let go of me. Don't touch me. This is bull.